Sparkle and Chill. Today we're going to be working on my cross from Diamonds on Canvas. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome if you're new here. If you're coming back, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Excuse me. It has been a crazy couple of weeks. My videos haven't been as many, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I really need to get another video made. And so here we are. I started working on this. It looks better when you don't have this on because you don't see all the spaces in between. These drills, I have to say, most of them have been really good, but the black ones are really trashy. I'm just going to say it. The black drills are trashy. I'm finding all kinds of little, what do you call them? Little tags on them that stick off that make it hard to, let's get that there. I think that needs one more for it to line up right. We're doing good here, aren't we? I'm going to turn this a little bit more so that it'll be easier for me to do here. Okay. It's been a long day. This working till 5 is really killing me. I'm used to working 6 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, and I'm just not used to this late day stuff. Although I'm thankful for not having to wake up too early. But anyways, how have you guys been? I kind of jumped into things too quickly there. How has your week been? I'm sorry, I've had a frog all day. I'm not quite sure why, but I think my allergies are acting up. Did any of you get any of the fun stuff that was on sale and is still on sale on Amazon? The DAC kits, the small Diamond Art Club kits that I love. I love their kits, the small ones like that, and they're all like 20% off. So if you haven't, go check it out, because all you do is go to Amazon.com and then put in Diamond Art Club, and then when you find just one of them, one thing will pop up. Then there's a little link that goes to their storefront. They have a storefront there, and they have the nicest little mini kits. Their little snack size versus the big, huge, gigantic ones that they seem to love to put out on the website. I don't know, you guys, I'm tired of giant kits. I want them to put out more smaller kits. I just do. I know everybody's like, well, they do that because they are better in squares because of this and that and the other, and they get more detail if they get a larger one. I don't care if they have, I do a lot of smaller kits, even budget kits that have details in them that still come out nice, that I love to do. So that's my 2 cents. I want smaller kits. Every kit that came out this last weekend was humongous. All the ones I liked anyways. I didn't get anything. I'm on a I bought a bunch of the kits on Amazon, and I shouldn't have, but I did. I kind of went a little crazy on Saturday because I was like, well, I'm not ordering anything from Diamond Art Club, and that usually is a pretty penny. And so I thought, well, then I can get some small ones, and then by the time I spend as much or more than I would have spent on the regular site, which is fine. I had the ability to do it, But I am now really at the point where, so I've got my points worked up again in at Diamond Art Club. So I have $100 gift, card thing, points, $100 worth of points. So I can still get something, but I'm gonna try to hold off to the anniversary sale. I know that I won't be able to double up and you get them for less money, on the, but I'm thinking, oh, I think that was, these black drills are trash. Oh my gosh. Maybe that one just went in funny. I don't know. Anyhow, so I am working on, this here is really fun. It's a square. This is my, let me see. So I did 3 smaller squares, and then I'm still working on the behemoth of one that I got, the big one that I'm still working on, that I put back in the box for a little while to get through Easter. I'm only halfway done with, I'm not even halfway done with that one. I started at the beginning of March, or no, beginning of February, beginning of February, and I didn't work on it at all in March. I wanted to concentrate, I do want to concentrate on Easter, and so that's what I've been doing. I've been doing some fun smaller kits, and this is my sweet spot, is the smaller kits. I've always liked them. That's what I started on. The big ones, frankly, are so big sometimes that it's like, yikes. This one's going okay by using the multi-placer. When I tried to do this one, doing them one at a time, it just wasn't working. They weren't placing right. So I think the other one that I'm working on, that big one, the Peggy Collins one, I think that the grid on those are so tight that that's what's making it difficult for me to multi-place on it. Is this going to be perfect? No. But that's okay. I'm not so much about perfection as I am just wanting to work on it and have it come out looking nice, If it comes out looking nice, I'm happy. So what have you guys been doing? I've been kind of working all day and then being so tired at the end of the day that I just kind of crash because I'm tired. And I feel like I'm coming down with something. I was just talking with a friend of mine. I'm like, I feel like I'm coming down with something, and I don't need to come down with something because I just got a new job. That feeling. It's like, no, I can't need a day off. Part of it is I think I'm just exhausted because I haven't been working for 6 months, and then now I'm going in and it's like, work is hard. As my friend would say, working hard on it. We joke about that all the time. It's hard, I'm working hard. But, I don't know, I've just been really tired, and it's been, when you're working until 5 and it's starting to stay lighter longer. It's still light outside, and it's just now hitting 7 o'clock, and it's still light enough outside. And that is lovely because I can't stand it in the winter when I'm working. I don't get any daylight because, you're working all day, and then the day, when you get done working, it's dark outside, so I don't have time to go do my walk or anything, and I get so frustrated with that. Do you guys get that? It's almost like, not really depression, but I get kind of, melancholy, I guess. I don't know. I just like there to be I like there to be daylight to be, I like to have daylight hours. That's why for years, as much as I hate getting up at dark 30 every day, I love having daylight every day. So that's what makes you do a job that starts at 6 a.m. is you have from 3 to 5 with some daylight. Anyways, so I bought so many kits, you guys, off the Amazon thing because they were 20% off. And I did that the last time they did it too, right around, I don't remember when it was. It was a few months ago. But it was so, I mean, you don't get points for them anyways, so it's nice to get a discount. 20% off is pretty good. You don't have to have a code or anything. They're just listed at 20% off. And they have some really cute ones. I'm not going to do an unboxing just yet, but I will eventually. I don't always do them. The Diamond Art Club ones for certain, they don't run out of them the way that they do on the website. Like, they'll have the same kits for months because I think they stock a ton of them. And not everybody realizes they can get them there, you know. Maybe that's the key to why I've been able, although I wasn't able to get the black kitty one that I really wanted that's there. They still have it listed, but they'll get it in stock again. But I missed it. It was cute. But I did get, well, you guys saw the little puppy I got. So my advice is, if you want some kits at a reasonable price, the Diamond Art Club, check out Amazon right now, because they are, those sales usually don't last for very long. It's usually just a couple days, and I think I ordered mine, well, it was before my last video, because it took a couple days to get them. They went on 20% off, or they weren't on 20% off when the ones I showed you guys last week were not on sale. And then they went on sale. I almost were like, should I just return these and order them over? But some of them weren't there anymore, so that's not a good way to do it. But I almost think they should honor giving you the sale price if you buy within a certain time frame and they go on a huge sale like that. Some companies will honor that. But I ordered. There we go. These are starting to bunch a little bit. I do love this blue color. It's a fairy dust. It is so pretty. So the cross to me is more Easter than the Easter bunnies and stuff. And I do like Easter bunnies. I'm not one of those people that's completely against the Easter bunny, because it's not all about, but I do really, did you guys see that? What the hey? My hand just slipped and it went in the wrong place. Where's my little ruler? Here it is. Sometimes yeah, that works. All right. Oh, but it was a day. I was tired. I had a hard time getting up. I didn't feel real great last night. My back's been really not feeling good at all. I don't know what that's about. but it's been really sore, like really. And so last night I decided I still had, I had a pain pill. I wish I could take my muscle relaxers, but I can't do that on a day that I work the next day, because I don't know if you guys have ever had a muscle relaxer. They work so well. They are so nice for if you need to get sleep and your body's been all sore. And that's why my doctor gave them to me, was so that I could get sleep, because the pain in my back is so bad. But I don't take them very often, just when I'm like at my wit's end. But I did still have pain meds from something else, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take one, and I took half, just enough to take the edge off. But I don't know what's going on with it. I've gone twice. I've gone in twice to have not ultrasound, CT scans to try to figure out what it is. And they see inflammation, but they're not saying it's to anything. And then all my reading about this is why we shouldn't read up on our illnesses. maybe it's why we should. But when I had cancer before it started, or the thing that really had me the most concerned was the pain I was having in my back. And now I'm having pain in my back again, and there doesn't seem to be a reason. They did a CT scan, and they don't see anything except a little bit of inflammation. And then I went reading about it, and inflammation can indicate a flare-up or, stuff coming back. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't think that's what it is, but because my doctor's pretty sure that that's not it. But I'm just tired of pain. Was that K's or was that actually 3's? Yeah, they were 3's. Okay. Sometimes I get to talking and get the wrong one, but anyways, we'll get off dreary subjects here. These blacks are terrible. The other drills seem to be wonderful, but these blacks, they've got all these little tiny tabs on them. Some of them are on the corners, and some of them are on the side. So I mean, it's driving me batty. Yeah, and that one's not going to sit because that one's got one of those weird little tabs. See, all the blacks that haven't been working. I don't know. Got all these weird little tabs. Which makes me frustrated. All I want to do is get these down. I want to get this done. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to kit up. So it's going to be a round. That much I know. I'm thinking I need to do a budget kit because I haven't done one for a little while. I kind of got sucked into Diamond Art Club. But I've got all these new Diamond Art Clubs. I'm like, oh, I really want to work on them. But I haven't done any wait a minute. Yeah, that's it through. There's one there too. So I'm thinking I got this cute butterfly But I've also, I might pull some out and do like a, you know, what should I do next kind of video, because I'm really not sure what I should do next. I know that what's going to come out is my stained glass Frenchie that I've been working on. That obviously is going to come out, but I need to have another budget kit to work on too. Although with my time being what it is, I don't know that I'm going to be able to work on so many in a month. I still have to get my Jack Russell Terrier, the little gem things that I bought, the Lua art ones, done. What are you guys working on? If you haven't gone on, if you're here and you haven't gone on my Facebook page, it's Sparkle and Chill. There's a link to it on the top of my page here but I'd love to see what you guys are working on. It's a pretty small group on Facebook that I have, but it can only grow if you decide to join. And it's just kind of posting things that you've done. I'm also thinking about, so I heard about, they did this West Coast Bling Bash at the coast, but it was really expensive. I mean, I checked into it before it happened a few months back because I really wanted to go, and then I found out how much it cost, and I was like, no, because it was over $800, and I'm sorry, but for a weekend getaway, and I think it was like 3 or 4 days, I can't remember. It was a nice thing, but it was very expensive. And people came back this last week, you know, and we're talking all about it. And it sounds like a wonderful time, but too expensive for me to go to. I mean, I wish that I had money like that I could just take a trip like that. And I guess but anyways, the reason why I brought that up, I thought, so I looked into a couple places down at the coast where you can do conferences and stuff. And it can be done on it's still not cheap, but it's not that expensive. And I'm thinking maybe we plan one closer to where I am at the beach, where we can get a really good deal and have a group of people go to do diamond painting and whatnot. I just think it would be fun to do something like that. I have not gone to one of the, but I thought, I could plan an event and make it more affordable than what this one that they just had was. And I'm not quite sure what they did. I know they had prizes and door prizes and all kinds of stuff like that, but I'm sure we could figure out something like that too on a budget even, or work it into, work prizes and stuff into the cost, which is, I'm sure that's what they did. But it doesn't have to be that elaborate. I think that what would be fun about it is just getting together with other diamond painters and having some fun, So what do you guys think? I'm thinking Cannon Beach, Oregon at like the end of summer or something. I don't know if we can get it planned for this year or what, but I'm thinking when the weather's still good so people can drive. And, locally. But the place that I looked at, their prices were pretty reasonable for a 3-day thing, with meals and everything. It was around $300 or so. Plus we'd have to add some things for some of what we're doing, but I mean, that would be reasonable for a 3-day trip. Unless you're flying in or something, then of course you got to figure in your airfare, but you know, I think for a local deal, it would be pretty good. So I'm looking into it and what we can do and see if I can plan something. I'd have to have X amount of people be willing to go before I could commit to planning it. And it would have to be a situation where we got things prepaid. But I just think it sounds like a blast. And I don't think those of us who can't afford $1,000 for a trip should not get to have a diamond painting weekend, right? That's my thought process on it. Because I was just priced out. I inquired about it, but that was just too much. So let me know in the comments if that sounds like something you'd like to do. And if it was something that you could decide to do. And we could go from there. I'm probably not going to get this square done in this sitting. Just because I'm tired. But I did want to talk about that because I thought, when I heard about that, you know, that they had got back, I had kind of forgotten about it because I wasn't able to go. I'd kind of forgotten when it was going to be and everything. But I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, why couldn't we plan one that's less expensive and figure it out? There's more than one place to do things, you know. And I just think it would be really fun. Get a chance to meet people, get a chance to diamond paint together. The one lady that was talking about it, she was saying she didn't get a whole lot of diamond painting done because she was a flutterby running around talking to everybody, which, you know, that's fine. I mean, it's really about getting to know people. I think it could be really good. So I'm thinking about it. Heck, even if we only got a small amount of people and went to a retreat center, you know, I think it would be a lot of fun. But I guess they had like 40 people at the one that happened this weekend. That would be fun. So let me know what you think, and I'm gonna see about how if there's enough interest, I'll start looking into how to plan it, how to get it set up, and how to get dates and whatnot. The problem is there's going to have to be, if it happens, people will have to pay up front because I don't have the money to like hold a place or anything like that. So it'll have to be we're going to get a commitment from, you know, the lowest amount of people you can set one up for first, and then knowing that it might expand. I think that's the best way to do it. But yeah, I love the beach and I love to diamond paint. So what a nice combination. Diamond painting at the beach. But if I can't get like a big group of people, maybe get a few people who want to just go and we rent a hotel room and that has a place we can do stuff in. I don't know. It's just a thought for those of us people who couldn't afford to go to that other one because it was just out of our range. Okay, I think that's all the blacks that are in this one. Yay! I'm done with black drills. Well, for now. These drills. Oh, I need to do this over a tray. So I'm sorry I seem kind of boring tonight, even to myself. Did any of you guys order any of the Amazon ones? I put up a little note in my what you call it, a little post about them going on sale, because, you know, not everybody checks it all the time. And I just happened to, what happened was I had ordered those 3, and then I went back to check to see if that, you know, because you don't know, they don't say when they're going to get something back in stock. And one of the things that I ordered, and I didn't realize it, isn't going to come until like June. And I was like, June? Why is it not coming till then? You know, these got staticky for some reason. They weren't staticky before. Or they were, and I fixed it, but maybe I need to put one of these in here. Yeah, they're just sticking in here. I washed this tray last night or the night before because it was, I wonder if that's it. I washed all of the Static Guard stuff off of it. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. I like to use, I've been using this little one for the smaller colors because I got this came actually with these sets. It came with 2 of them. I have one of them in with my Dazzle kits, and then this one I like to use. But I like it because it's small. When I don't have a ton of drills to put down, it's really a good one to use. So this is the things I've been thinking about. Okay, wait a second here. These are really pretty right in through here. Okay. I think when I finish this color, I'm going to probably call it a day. I know this is a shorter video than I normally do, but like I said, I'm tired and I don't know that I'm going to get too terribly far. And yeah, that's working pretty good. So what I was starting to say, and I kind of went off on another rabbit hole, was if you're working on something, if you want to go to the Facebook group and just post what you're working on. I love to see what other people are working on. And right now, most of what people are seeing is what I'm working on. That's boring to me. I want to see other people's stuff. But I've been trying to, I want to have this one done by Easter, and I can do it if I spend the time. I get done working and I haven't really been diamond painting like I normally do. Because last night I took a walk. I got done working and I went for a walk and stopped over at a friend's house that lives a little ways away. I thought, I need to get out, I need to walk. So I thought, well, I don't know if she's home because she just started a new job, but I'm gonna see if she is anyways, and if she's not, then I just took a nice long walk. You guys ever do that? Oh, I'm gonna go stop over at so-and-so's house, go for a walk. If they're not there, I just got a good walk in. Trying to get in the habit of walking again. It's been hard because when the weather gets cold and it gets dark early it doesn't really feel safe to go out for a walk. There's 2 more. Okay. Maybe I should do the 2s too. Oh man. You guys, are you guys like me? Let me just do this one last color. No, let me do this one last color. Well, I just need to finish this color and then I'm done. No, let me... That's totally me. I think that one's not good. Okay. So let's do the 2s. We'll do the 2s. The 2s are pretty. They're kind of a maroon color. I saw this gal online had just finished this one painting and it was so pretty. It was of the little fairy. It was a little fairy with the cat sitting down below holding a little teddy bear. I don't know the name of it. But it was really cute, but it was squares. I tell you, they don't like us round people. I don't mind squares, like I'm having fun with this, but in the other one that I have, I'm having fun doing it. It's just that they're so big and they take much more time to do than the rounds. They really do. For me anyways. I mean, because I have to think about it. This one's allowing me to multi-place, which I love. But the other one, it's just too tight a drill fill that I'm afraid to, because then they're on top of each other and whatnot. The great thing about this is once you turn it off, you don't see all these little gaps. They're just, it's normal, you're gonna have gaps. And when the light thing isn't on, you don't see it. You just don't. They're so small, you don't see it. So I like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I'm coming down with something. One of the ways I knew I knew that what I was feeling was right was when I went for that walk last night, I came back and my asthma was acting up, and it only acts up when I'm sick or getting sick. I have no problems until I catch a cold, but I was wheezing last night. So I took my vitamins and my medicines and all the stuff I'm supposed to do that I don't like doing. But I got some really fun kits, you guys, and it's a good thing I'm not married. I'd be in trouble. I'd be getting yelled at all the time. I gotta find somebody who is okay with you spending money. And I don't go overboard, I don't think. I mean, maybe sometimes, but not for the most part. For the most part, I have a budget of X amount of dollars a month that's fun money. So I have a $100 budget of fun money every month. Now that can be spent on anything. It can be spent on going out to eat, which I'm not really into now. They're charging way too much. I used to go out to eat a lot, but I seldom do anymore. It's just too expensive. I find better things I can do with my money than waste it on food that doesn't really float my boat anymore. Everything's gone to Cisco or some of those places, and all they're doing is throwing it in the microwave and heating it up. And I don't know about you, but that is not what I want to go and spend $20 on, a microwave meal. You know, no, I can microwave a meal if I'm hungry enough. Although I don't do a lot of microwave meals. I do some. I like to get stuff that I can throw in the air fryer. But even that, much better. Okay. Let me see. Those are 6s. All right, I know I said I was going to stop, but I'm going to do these 6s. See, when I get to the good drills, then that's why I do the black ones first in every thing, because I don't like the black ones. They've all got, so many of them have tags on them that they're really hard to do. But these ones are nicer drills. They're more fun to put down. I'm going to set my timer. That's the best way to do it. You guys I love this timer. I think I'm going to set it for 20 minutes. When it goes off, I got to be done. Because I kind of just got in the groove once I got to some colors that aren't giving me difficulty. Yeah, and I really want to get this done. Not that I'm going to speed through it, because I'm not. I'll let it take however long it takes, but I just need to diamond paint enough each night that we make the progress we need to make. I think they're full of static. The weather's been interesting. It's been sunny and then cold and then sunny and then cold. I'm ready for, what color was that? It was 8, wasn't it? But that's not an 8. We'll just set that over there. Today it was sunny outside. Still got to get my, let's do these little H's here. They're kind of hiding. This color is kind of they didn't do the drill fill on this with this color very well. It's really light. You can't really see the letters without using a magnifier. I'm thinking. Okay. I don't think that was the right color, but I don't care. I don't think anybody's gonna notice. My new job seems to be going okay. I don't feel like I'm getting enough done in a day, though. There's not much I can do about it. I'm trying, but I'm new at the whole system, and I mean, I know the one part of it I've used before, but the way they're using it, there's all these different parts to it that he's using, and which is great because he's getting his money out of the system, but I just never used it the same way. So I guess these ones over here were what I was looking at, huh? I do like how they sort of pop into place when you put a drill in. Where it doesn't look like it's going to fit, and then all of a sudden you're snapping it into place. Okay. So on my breaks today, I did diamond painting. Every time I had a break, I was working on this. I started today on this, and actually got pretty far. All of this section, oops. All of this section here, most of it had the red lines, but from like here, this whole square here, it had the red in it that I had placed, but it didn't have anything else. And I got all that done on my breaks today. And then, oh, I missed some. Don't you hate when you do that? You just put them all away, and then you're like, oh, there's 2 more. 1, 2. Let's see if there are any more before I put this away. No. Have any of you been watching Madison on, I think it's on Paramount Plus. I only watched the first 2 episodes so far, but it's really good. Really good. I just haven't had time to watch it since I started watching it, but it's really good. And I was diamond painting while I was watching it, so I might have to go watch it. I might have to start over. It's really good. It's sad in the beginning, but it's really good. I was supposed to go up higher on that. You know, I might end up doing a voiceover on this whole thing because I'm so tired. Normally I do the upload so that it goes tonight at midnight, but I don't know. I just don't know. Kind of tired. I don't know that I have time to edit. Yeah, it's really weird. The black ones are really bad, but the rest of them seem fine. You run into a bad one here and there, but the black ones are just terrible. I don't know what it is about those. Maybe they can't see them when they, you know, I don't know. Because it's, even Diamond Art Club will sometimes have the black drills be really trashy. So I don't know. What is it with black drills? Why do they not make them very well? I saw somebody open a kit. It was, oh gosh, what's her name? What's her channel? I can't remember her name, but she had one that had like 23 bags of black. I was like, oh no, that would not be something I would want to do. But it did show a lot of black. I mean, there's a couple pictures that I really like, but they're like that. They've got, there's a tremendous amount of black. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I like it that much. I don't like color blocking anyways. I don't care for it too much. Still trying. I don't think I'm going to finish. I'm going to get a few of these in, and then I'm going to call it a night. Because I'm tired. Where did that go? I think it fell on the floor. Probably. Those are 8s. There's 1 4. Another one right there. And right there. Yeah, some of these are just not. Was it there? Yeah. You can barely see the number on these ones. Yeah, my timer's only got 10 more minutes, and then we're going to be calling it a night. A lot of these are onesies. So what are you guys working on? I was really bad. I had a half of a can of an Izzy's, which is a juice, which you might as well be drinking soda, but it was really good. A little sweet since I've gotten away I haven't had anything with, I haven't really been eating sugar for a while. But I had one of these in my refrigerator that's been in there for a long, long time. And I decided to go ahead and treat myself. Now I'm wishing I hadn't. I can tell I had it. That was that one, right? Yeah. There. There. There's one more. Right here. Am I? It is really nice to be able to sit down and diamond paint, though. I've just been so wrapped up in other things that with work, and I had something I was gonna send over to my boss too, and I didn't, but that's okay. I'll do it in the morning. I'm not fussing with stuff tonight. I can't get to my email anyways. I goofed up my email somehow. I put in the password, and I know it's the right one, but for whatever reason it won't let me in. Happened at the very end of the day, which I was glad it was at the end of the day instead of earlier in the day. But kind of causes a problem. Okay, how many do I have left? There's a couple 4s left, that's it. Let's see. Yep, right there. Oh, was it? I just saw it. Okay, right there. These letters are really low. Or not real bright colors. I don't know what that one is. I think it's an 8. Okay, any more 4s? Oh yes, there's 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Any more? No, I think I found all the 4s. Got just a couple minutes. Can I get one more color down? Maybe if I do the 1s or the S's or the P's. Not if I try to do the 8s. That's going to take too long. Okay, let's do the 1s. Let's do the 1s. I think I can get the 1s done before the timer goes off. If not, I'll be close. And then we can just finish them. Okay. Okay. Have any of you guys, did any of you get these paintings before they stopped selling them? This particular company, it was Diamonds on Canvas, and then she changed it to something else that I can't remember the name of. It was hard for me to pronounce. She did them in what she called a palette of, you know, this one had 12. And I gave a couple to a friend. They're great little kits, but I don't, but they're all squares. which I wanted to do, because I do want to do squares. I don't want to be where I can't do something else, but I don't want to do giant squares. I kind of, the one I'm working on, the French Bulldog, I love it. It's so fun, and it's the way it's done, because it's stained glass, you section it out, so that's really fun. But sometimes these really big ones, you know, I just think that they're too much for me at times. That's just me. Okay, where's that other one? There it is. This one's kind of hard to see. There's 3. Three right there. We're almost there, guys. Timer's gonna go off any second, and it goes off for a long time. And it's in a special case for if you drop it or something. This timer is made for people with kids with ADHD, not ADHD. Yeah, maybe. But they're easy to set and watch the time anyways. I saw someone using one for housekeeping. They set the timer and then they clean house till the timer goes off. That's what I thought. Oh, I can turn it off. Okay, I guess I can turn it off. Okay, it's off. I got one more drill here, and I am gonna say goodbye. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I kind of just rambled on during this one. We'll see. There, I got 2 more drills on. Wanted to finish that color. Anyways, have yourselves a great night. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. All the things. Bye now.